Good evening, everyone. Arthur Malashevsky here from Footwork Podiatric Laboratory with our Facebook live event, final one for the year. Bit of a Christmas message, a bit of an update of what's happening this year at Footwork, what happened this year at Footwork, as well as the plans we have for the following year. The only thing that we're missing is probably a fireplace in the background to make it a little bit more Christmassy, but we've got a nice tree. Look, first of all, we've had a very busy year here at Footwork with a lot of work in the background, developing new technology to bring our product up to scratch and up to the latest technology available. We've struck a lot of, not hardship, but probably difficulties in achieving the technological changes that we wanted to make. Everything looks easy when you first look at it. You look at glitzy videos on YouTube and everything looks fantastic in brochures. Unfortunately, when we looked at it deeper into it to be able to produce the product that we wanted, it wasn't quite there, hence there was a lot of work in the background. What I'm referring to is more us switching to 3D printing technology and the software that was available. Our software wasn't up to scratch. There was other software available on the market which we didn't think would produce the quality of product that we would expect and our clients would expect of us. We did some trials that didn't go too well. So in the last few months, we've been working very busily in the background, trying to achieve the finishes that we wanted to. We are almost there. You would have seen some social media posts over the last few days about the Joeys finally coming through, and these will be coming through in the beginning of 2019. But before we go there, I just want to thank all our loyal customers that have been with us, supported us over the last 12 months. Thank you very much. We wish you all the very best for Christmas. And of course, to all our staff, all our new staff who've made some massive changes, and a lot of staff have made a lot of sacrifices and worked extremely hard in the background. Thank you very much, and wish you all the very best and for Christmas and a prosperous new year. We are looking forward to a massive 2019 with all the changes that we've been working through in the background being implemented. First of all, you'll see that our Joeys will be getting rolled out at the beginning of next year when we come back as 3D printed. We still have some stocks of the machined ones, but slowly they'll be getting replaced. We have also been testing in the background with some of our clients our 3D printed custom-made orthotics to see how the software performs. Some podiatrists have already received custom-made orthotics that have been 3D printed, and the feedback is phenomenal, both from the way that the product looks as well as the way it performs. The modifications we'll be able to do with the software is just something that we've never expected. We tried really difficult to bring our current software that we've been using and developing for the last 10 years for CNC machining up to 3D print technology, and unfortunately we could not quite get it there. It was just too rigid. It was very difficult to change it from the boundaries that were set by CNC machining toolpaths to create a pretty much freehand design process with the speed and accuracy and clarity that we required. And every cloud has a silver lining. The new software that we've been working on for the last 3-4 months has far exceeded expectations with the modifications that we can do. The orthotics will become much more ergonomic looking. Again, it's because the design is done by freehand. It goes back to the old plaster methodology where you can do anything with a shape of plaster. However, with the 3D printing, it'll be far more precise. With the software, it'll be far more precise. It will be measurable. With the plaster models, once we've generated it, it was fantastic the first time, but we've had to repeat it. It had to be vacuum pressed again. It would be slightly ground down differently, and that's one of the issues we're currently having with our EVA devices. We find that they work out fantastic first time around. However, if there's a repress, because they're all handmade still, there are slight changes and slight differences depending on which technician grounded, even from the same technician between a couple of months difference. So our EVA devices will be machined hopefully by about March, April next year. Our number one priority is to develop the software for 3D printing so we can replace eventually by around April, May, all of our CNC machining polypropylene devices into the new 3D printing devices. And look out for social media where the updates will be made. There'll be emails in our EDMs will be made as well. So we'll be very busy doing that in the following year. What's coming in 2019? Well, the new products will be coming out. The new Joeys will be released early in 2019. We are almost there. We've done prototyping. We've actually been testing some today, and they're still there. Even though our production finished yesterday, we are still here in the background working hard with our software designers and engineers, developing, make sure we've got the product ready to go when we come back. Look, there's always going to be delays. Somebody once told me when you go to introduce new technology and change anything in your business, you've got to apply the rule of pi to it. Multiply everything by 3.14. That is both from a time and a cost point of view. In our case, it's probably worked out to be pi squared. It's like we were hoping to be 3D printing middle of this year, and unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier, with all the issues that we've had, quality issues, it's extended so much so, and it's put a lot of stress. However, we are almost there, and it's very exciting. Really looking forward to 2019. For us, it's going to be a massive year with everything changing. Even from a production point of view, we are implementing a lot of automation, a lot of double, triple checks, making sure that the products going out will be double, triple checked. Keep an eye on our portal. There are constant updates on our portal. Just make sure that you are up to date with them. One of those things, again, where if we changing things on our portal, we found that we update 2 or 3 things and something else goes haywire. The only way we get to find out if you give us the feedback from it and notify us as soon as you see it. For example, we did an update earlier in the week, but that caused Canberra base on full and web length devices not being able to be selected. Again, we don't prescribe the orthotics, even though we have podiatrists that work with us, but they don't prescribe because they're too busy working in the lab. So feedback from our clients, if there's any changes, let us know as soon as possible and we'll jump onto those. If you see any changes that you cannot do on the portal, something's changed, just use the comments section. Notify us in the comments and we'll jump onto it straight off, or just a quick phone call and we'll be able to fix it straight off. Other things that we'll be working on is tracking on the portal. The portal will have far more functionality, and we are really working hard with our portal and website designers to be able to implement that. Couple other things. There'll be a lot more workshops and seminars and continuing education in 2019. We'll be launching online workshops as well, which means our global clients will be able to have access to those as well. But from there, really looking forward to 2019. And again, thank you to all our supporters. Thank you to all our clients. Again, thank you to all our staff for the massive efforts you've put in 2019. We've had some big changes. A lot of our clients, a lot of our staff have really stepped up. The new staff that came on board, Alicia, have really taken the bull by the horns and taken the business to the next level. So we'll look forward to seeing you all in 2019. More continued education, more more Facebook Live events. We wish you, from all of us at Footwork, a very Merry Christmas, safe above all, and a Happy New Year. Make sure you get a great rest and see you all in 2019.